Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 91 of the Hangout with Coach Kerry show. Well, I actually can't believe that it's 91 episodes, and we're running up to my 100th episode, which will be the last of my consistent Monday episodes. After that, what you're going to get from me is musings from time to time, expert interviews, and I will be remounting various episodes that I have. But I think that after 100 episodes, there's got to be some great content for you to go back over and over and over again. So please do check out my website, HangOutWithCoachKerry.com, KERRY.com, and there you'll find all of the episodes that are there. And in this upcoming year as well, they'll be converted, a number of them will be converted to podcasts as well. So if you would rather listen rather than watch based on your particular kinesthetic style, and also what's easy for you in terms of listening from your phone or any kind of a device, then those will be available for you. So the good news is if when you go to my website, HangOutWithCoachKerry.com, you will be able to download my free book. Now here's just a picture of it here called How to Get Out of Overwhelm and Accelerate Your Results Now. Now this ebook has lots of great tips, and this is the perfect thing for you to be thinking of for the beginning of this year, because this episode is how to start your year off great, whether it's January 4th, 2016 today, which for many people is really the start of the new year for them. The way the holidays ran this year, there was a nice break in between, and many people, including myself, use that as an opportunity to be able to take a break. So now it's back in the saddle. It's now back to work again. And the same thing would happen if you've been away on a long vacation. Maybe you've been sick for a particular period of time, or you've been distracted with something else, caring for a family member, or children are out of school, or whatever it happens to be, and now you want to get back and get focused again. Because if you're like me, this is the time of year when you want to set up for some great results. You want to get some activity going, and if what I'm going to say to you is, if you don't, here's what's likely to happen. Another week will pass, and you really will not have got back engaged again. And then another week will go, and then another week will go. And then you'll wonder why you haven't kind of got that momentum going yet, or why you aren't engaged. So here are the benefits of actually getting focused right now. And then I'm going to give you some of my tried and true tips that I'm going to use myself. So the benefits is that you now have a clear plan. So through this process that I'm going to walk you through, you're going to have a clear plan of what you're going to accomplish. So you're going to at least know when you go to your desk or, set your alarm. I mean, today was the first time that I actually set my alarm in a, good couple of weeks. And so it's back on track with your regular routine. And in addition to that, I'm having my green smoothie. Now this isn't a January resolution. This is when I'm working. I know nutrition is really good for me. And so that's one of my little strategies that I put in place. So what I want you to do is be thinking about it. So again, the benefits is you're going to actually have clarity of what you're going to be working on. You're going to get back into routines, and we all really like structure. Structure doesn't mean no opportunity for spontaneity. What it means is we actually have a track to run on, and that's a really important piece. So you're going to have a track to run on. You're going to start getting results because you're actually doing what you say you're going to do. So you're going to feel in integrity with yourself. So you're going to feel so much better, which is going to boost your confidence, which is going to actually increase your attractiveness out in the marketplace. From a law of attraction standpoint, you're thinking positive, you're setting up positive vibrations, and what's going to happen is you are going to attract that to you. So lots of benefits of getting focused on track versus kind of easing in. So what are some ways to do it? Well, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to just take a few moments and really identify with your vision, what your long-term vision is. And just a little visual reminder there. So what I'm really talking about is that bigger picture, long-term reason why you're doing what you're doing. It's always really important to reconnect with that anytime, because some things might have changed. Maybe your reason for being in business has shifted for you. So you really want to connect with that vision, because that's a key piece for you. So take a moment, write it down, write in your journal, just reconnect with that vision for yourself. Then what I want you to do is I want you to set some 12-week goals, and I'm only talking about 2 or 3 really key focused activities or focused results that you want. So for an example, it could be to attract 5 more clients. It could be to hire a new staff member. It could be to do X amount of dollars in business volume. It could be to increase your marketing strategies by 2 or 3 key strategies. Whatever it may happen to be, you want to be really clear what they are. Now, I think you'll note that at this juncture, what I'm saying not to do is just decide what you want to do for the year. What we really want to do is get focused, and 12 weeks is short term. Every day, every hour, it matters in the next 12 weeks. So I want you to get really focused. And I want you to look at those 2 to 3 goals that you want to achieve. And I want you to really ask yourself, do these matter enough to me to align my life around it? In other words, I want you to assess whether this is a goal that you think you should set, whether it would be one that you should set. I want it to be one that you are excited about, that you are engaged to really put the pedal to the metal. So ask yourself right this very moment in time, do you have 2 to 3 goals that you would like to set? So step 1 was checking in with your vision to make sure that you're on track with that. Step 2 is you're actually going to look at those 2 to 3 goals. No more, not a really long laundry list, because psychologically what happens is it's hard to focus. And when you do that, then it's easy to get distracted over and different things. What we want to do is we want you to stay really focused on 2 to 3 things. So you've identified what those are. Then the next question is, where are you right now in relationship to those 2 to 3 goals? So if it's an income goal, where are you right now? If you're measuring from the beginning of January, it might be 0. So whatever it is, you need to take a look at, what's my current reality? Sometimes we have to take a look at what that current reality is, and we don't really like what we really see. So do you need to get some inspiration? Is there a book, or do you need to hire someone to give you a good kick in the pants? Whatever that it happens to be, is you need to take a look at your current reality. And then what you're going to do is you are going to identify what are going to be those strategies that you're going to use to accomplish those goals. Now here's the kicker, is it's unlikely that you are going to know each and every strategy, and certainly not each and every action that you're going to take. And why is that? Well, because sometimes when you take an action, then you realize, oh, well, that moved me closer to where I wanted to go, or that didn't work at all. So you have to evaluate and adjust. What you need to know is the first couple of action steps. So you're gonna flesh out what the strategy is going to be to move you from where you are right now, your current reality, to that goal in 12 weeks time. And you're going to flesh out those strategies as clear as you can, and then you're going to flesh out the next couple of action steps that you can know. So, and then what you're going to do is put a date on those, and you're going to get started. So today, 9 a.m., Monday, January 4th, right after you watch this particular episode, you're going to take some time, recheck with your vision. You're going to take a look at what your goals are. Then you're going to look at what your current reality is. Then what you're going to do is you're going to decide what strategies you're going to use to achieve those 2 to 3 goals, and then you're going to flush out the next couple of action steps. And some of the action steps maybe is that you pick up the phone and you book a couple of appointments with potential clients, because that's going to re-engage you. It's really important right now that you actually get into the business of your business. So we're going to do a little bit of work of working on your business, which is this planning piece. And then what you need to do is you need to get into the work of your business so that you get re-engaged. restart those that energy in your brain in terms of the work of your business, and get engaged with that. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start getting momentum. Now, some of the things that may help you is pick one or two things that you want to focus on in terms of productivity. So that could be a strategy. In order to achieve a certain income goal, then a strategy could be productivity. And I find that most clients, one of their strategies is going to be some productivity. And whether it's better managing your email, whether this is the next 12 weeks you're going to engage in using tools like Evernote, or maybe a mind mapping software, or you're going to actually move from PC to Mac, or Mac back to PC, whatever it might happen to be. Whether you're going to learn to sync your calendar better. So there's going to be some of those strategies around productivity, because this is a really good time of year to notch that up and get really focused. This is the next 12 weeks, I'm going to work on this. Over the years, in the early days, I would always sort of say that this is the time when I'm going to learn and become expert at using Outlook, for an example. Or this is the time I'm going to learn and get expert at using my mind mapping software. Or this is the time when I'm going to learn how to use Evernote. Or, again, it can be technology related, but it can be also just, using something on your computer, or it could be on your phone, or it can be how you manage your emails. So that if you find yourself getting caught in that email tunnel of checking emails and 2 hours later, well, then this is a really good time for you to say, okay, what do I need to put in place so that I'm much more productive in terms of moving my days forward? So I'm going to really encourage you in terms of one of your strategies to achieve your goals is going to be to look at your productivity. And if you've been a fan of my Hangout with Coach Kerry shows, you know that quite regularly I talk about checking your emails, and using this system, whereas emails will come in, whether you've asked them or not, they're going to come in. It's the way that businesses run these days. But what you do the minute that it comes into your inbox, you actually have control over. So the first step, what you want to do is you want to process your emails. And what I mean by that is you want to go through and flag those ones that you are going to take care of later that day. When you have time, when you've set aside time to be able to work on those, you're going to immediately delete those things that aren't, that are junk, that aren't important. You're going to drag and drop them to maybe a folder that maybe it's just of interest, and it's going to go into that client folder or that particular folder that you've set aside. So you're really just processing and moving things around. And I recommend you just set aside a few minutes every morning to do that. And then, so if you've set aside 15 minutes, for an example, you're going to spend maybe 5 minutes dragging and dropping and moving things around. Then you do what I call the 2-minute rule. And the 2-minute rule is if you have 2 minutes to respond to a particular email and do something with it. If it's longer than that, then it needs to be flagged or actually dragged into your calendar to deal with at a later time in the day. So these are really important tips. So I've just sort of snuck in there a little bit of email protocol for you to help you be more productive. But those are the kinds of things that I want you to be really on the lookout for. What can make me be more productive? What can help me achieve those goals that I've decided to set? Because at the end of the day, you want to get engaged, you want to get refocused, and you want to do what's important to you. So again, it all starts with your vision, making sure that you are on track, doing what you want to do to move forward. So I want to tell you a little bit about my upcoming episode for next week. Next week is episode 92. And it's called, and actually what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be interviewing Law of Attraction expert, author who sold over 2 million copies of his book, Law of Attraction. And we're going to be actually talking about some material from his third book called Fulfillment Needs. And so the title is called What You Ought to Know About What Fulfills You So That You Can Live Your Life's Purpose. And I don't think there's anything better than us to be dealing with at this particular time of year moving forward than making sure that you are using Law of Attraction and understanding it so that you can live your life's purpose in your business and in your personal life, of course. So please do tune in. live next Monday morning with me, with Michael Lozier, and I'm going to be interviewing him. And Michael's lots of fun, so it's going to be a great episode. And then our next episode 93 is I'm going to be interviewing an expert on journaling. Actually, it's going to be episode 94 on journaling, because why the use of writing, whether it's journaling or whether it's just use of writing, can help you be more successful, manage stress, and really help you set those goals and be able to manifest them and bring them forward. So I've got lots of great episodes coming up, leading up to March the 7th, which is my 100th episode. And it's going to be a great episode. I'm going to have lots of my past panelists on. So please do, if you'd like to be a panelist on that particular episode, please do reach out to me. You can contact me through my website, again, HangOutWithCoachKerry.com. And so March 7th, live 100th episode is going to be a party. So please do show up, and there's going to be lots of great stuff offered at that particular episode as well. So again, I just want to recap for today. Getting back in the saddle and really getting refocused and re-energized is all about this small process, this step-by-step process that I've walked you through. Connect with your vision. Make sure it's what really is important to you. If you find that it's not, then you need to spend some time doing that to figure out what is your vision. Then you want to focus on what is your current reality in relationship to that vision. Actually, sorry, goals. Step 2 is goals. What are those goals for the next 12 weeks? I want you to really focus, narrow down, stay focused, limit the distractions. So in the next 12 weeks, then you're going to look at what's your current reality in relationship to those goals. What are those key strategies you're going to put in place, and then determine specifically what are your next action steps, and keep going back to those next action steps over and over and over again. So if you found this episode inspiring, please do make a comment on my website under the episode. I really appreciate it. You can also subscribe to getting updates on upcoming events and shows, and especially after the 100th episode, you're going to want to be tuned in, because Monday mornings there's not going to always be an episode for you to be able to watch. So I wish you much success in this year of 2016, and especially your focus. I hope this has inspired you for the first 12 weeks of 2016 to really set yourself up and have some great success. My purpose in life is to inspire, and I hope that I've done that for you. Please do be in touch with me, and I look forward to connecting with you on another episode. Take care, everybody, and have an awesome week. Bye-bye.